in, clicks it on, and the show begins.
Clicks it on in the show.
Wow, I thought that went longer than that. Hey, welcome to another fun-filled week of Grumpy's Coffee Shop. I was watching something up here.
Woo-hoo!
It's like I forgot when I have it set when he clicks the camera, the fun begins and it goes right to me. It's like
Yep.
I was listening to it, oh shit, we're live. So,
We're
anyways,
live.
yes, we are live. Yes. Welcome to Grumpy's Coffee Shop, guys. Another fun-filled week, and but yeah, it's this is going to be. I'm hoping tonight's show will be a little interesting. I'm going to talk
Yeah,
about some of the stuff I've
real
done this
bit
weekend, and I walked, and
Yeah.
that I watched. Yeah, I walked too, but not much.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
anyways, but yeah, so let's Art. We'll say hi to you first. How are things with you today, and how'd things go?
It's hot. Hot. I think we got up to 97, 98, and it was hot last night. So I didn't sleep all that great last night. And so hopefully tonight I'll zonk right out when I get to bed. But it's supposed to cool down a little bit tomorrow, get down into the mid 90s.
Okay. Well,
It's
it was 90. I guess it got to 92 today, but it's 88 degrees now, so it's been comfortable here all day, And yesterday wasn't too bad. It was you know, uh, like I said, it wasn't too bad. So, anyways, how are things down under there for you, Dominic?
Days are getting longer.
Yeah.
We nearly hit 60 Fahrenheit,
Oh,
but it's still a little bit cloudy for my liking. And we had a bit of rain over the weekend, so that really slowed a few things. Wait. Hold the fort.
Yes, yes, I
Hi,
know.
Brenda.
Brenda.
yay! Woo!
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean it's like I said, it's been comfortable. Went out yesterday, and but before I get into all that stuff, uh, let me say hi to the folks in the chat. Let me get to the top here. RJ Ariels, hello,
Yeah, that's
and Ronnie, yeah.
Yep.
Gator Drone, and God, I forget his. I
Terry.
forget
Terry.
who?
Terry.
Terry. All right, I should
Yeah.
know that. Why is my
Yeah.
mind's gone blank? Brenda, welcome. And TBJR Thomas 68. Thomas, I take it
Hello,
is
Thomas.
his name.
Baker, I believe.
And let's see, the X-Wing. Hey guy, how you doing? It's been a while.
Yeah, James.
Hadn't seen him around in a while. So, and it looks like somebody said hello to Hot Rod. So I take it.
Yeah, Rod's here.
There he is.
Rod. Oh, there it is, right there, Rodney. Yeah, I see it now.
Captain Joe America.
Captain Joe
Captain
America's on too.
Joe.
Why didn't I not see him?
Yeah,
He's way at the top.
And Grant's here.
Grant. Yeah, Grant.
Grant.
Is the
Oh
first
yeah,
one
way up
to
there. I
Joe's
guess I
second.
didn't scroll all the way up. So
Yep.
Yeah.
yes, Grant and Captain Joe, welcome guys. But yeah, and thank you for the kind words there, Brenda. I always appreciate that. I'm glad you enjoy my show, as silly as it might get sometimes. But
Yep.
so, anyways, yeah, Saturday, I just didn't feel like getting out. It was a little hot, and I just hadn't slept good Friday, and I just, so I told James, I said, but if you hold off, I said, tomorrow we're going to go out for steak. So I went over to Chili's and had their 10-ounce sirloin. Oh my God, it was good. It was I must have been hungry because I ate the whole thing. I mean, I scarfed it down and tender. It was. I finally started getting it medium rare because my God, we went in there at 2 o'clock on a Sunday afternoon. That place was packed. I
Yeah.
don't know where. Hell, I think the whole city of Muskogee must have been in there because that
Yep.
thing was as packed as I've never seen it that packed on a Sunday afternoon. But I think they had something going on. We got a complex. It's called a sports complex now, but it used to be an airfield, and still has the hangars out there. Still, but they converted. The city took it over and converted it to a sports complex. They've got
Right.
everything from baseball to just whatever, soccer. They've got everything out there. They have concerts out there. They have Fourth of July shows out there, and or Independence Day shows out there,
Right.
and stuff like that. And so I know they had something going on Saturday, and they may have had it continue over onto Sunday, some sort of festival, whatever. And a lot of people have to get through there. Apparently, we're going to Chili's, but yeah, I had a wonderful steak, and we had a very nice waitress, very
Good.
sweet
Good.
young lady. She was probably in her late 30s, or she might have been. She's probably in her 40s. I have to go. Let's
Right.
go with 40s
Hmm.
because I had to stop and think, and I forget James is as old as he is sometimes, and she was definitely younger than him. But I said, well, we'll just pay her and we'll leave. And he says, well, yeah, but I want to find out if she's single. I said, huh? She said, I want to
Oh.
find out if she's single. I said, oh my God.
Oh boy.
So she comes back and she takes her money and everything. She goes and we said keep the change and all that. Oh, thank you very much. Because if I pay for dinner, he does the tip. If he pays for dinner, I do the tip. Sometimes he doesn't bring enough change with him, so I end up doing the tip as well. Yeah, funny how
Yeah.
that works. Uh, but anyways, uh, because I always pay in cash. Some places actually give you a discount if you pay in cash.
Yep.
Like the
Sometimes
barbecue
like
joint,
that.
they just
Mhm.
our regular meals that I don't know cost. I don't know how much they cost for two of us,
Right.
but they usually give us about a 3-4% discount just for paying in cash. So I always pay in cash. But anyways,
Yeah, yeah.
so so he says she comes is she's talking, she takes the money and everything, and he goes, and are we single? And she goes, are we what? She says, are we single? She goes, yes, I am. So I had to sit there and go,
Oh, there
okay.
you go.
Like, yeah, she's talking about her kids and they're telling you, and I'm going, uh-huh. And he goes, well,
Oh,
hi, I'm James. And she says, well, hi, I'm
Hey, Steve.
Alice or whatever the hell,
Natalie.
Valerie, whatever her name was.
Natalie.
And I said, and I'm his dad, so don't worry about me. And she goes, do we call you dad? I said, no, my name's Lloyd, but. So I had to sit there. And finally, he says, well, we need to go. And I got out there. And so she walks off, and I said, are you through now? I said, I don't need to be part of your dating history. I said, first off, warning, she says she's from California, so let's just knock
Uh-oh.
this shit off right now. You don't,
Yeah,
I said, I'm sorry. Bells and whistles went off on that one. She's another one of your crazies. You always pick
red
them, so just
flags.
leave her alone. Listen
Well,
to the old man. Yeah, Dad. Yeah, whatever.
maybe
It's just,
she's a reformist.
actually, she is a conservative.
Oh, that's
She's one
good.
of
That's
these that believes in trade school. She didn't want her kids to join the military during the time of uh well, under the previous president because he was a
Right.
little whack.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know.
that guy.
Oh, speaking of conservatives, we had one pass away this weekend.
Yeah.
Lindsey Graham passed away, and
Yeah.
his sister is going to fill his seat
Yes,
again.
I heard that today. That
I
I saw the headline pop up like late in because I was probably up in the middle of the night and when they print, it's like Friday night and they announced it on Saturday. But during the night it popped up that he'd passed away.
Yep.
When it first popped up, I thought it was Mitch McConnell at first. I thought, oh
Yeah.
well, the old guy. But it's like, whoa, what the hell? And
Mm.
he just turned
Right.
71, so he's
Right.
he's only like a year and 5 months old, or a year and 3 months older than me.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I'm
Good.
going, Holy shit. So yeah,
Yeah,
my cousin and I, who are both the same age, we were like, oh my God, you know. But yeah, that was sad to hear.
yeah.
And
He had a aortic tear, is what did it.
yeah, an aortic aneurysm. Yeah,
Yeah, just like
we've
what happened with John Ritter.
yeah,
Yeah.
well, we've Judy lost a whole family of the three brothers and the three sisters. Four generations of that family have died from aortic aneurysms.
Wow,
You know,
wow. Hmm.
and I think the youngest one had just turned 25, or it
Oh,
was the day before his 25th birthday.
wow,
The first one to go was a niece, and she died at 33. And then
wow,
since then, her brother has died, her mother died, her grandmother died from it,
wow.
her uncle died from it, and her son has died from it, and her nephew died from it. So yeah, yeah. So it runs in that
Yeah,
family.
yep, yep, yep. And
But
he's had issues with high blood pressure, and yeah.
yeah, yeah. They said it was related to
And
arterial sclerosis.
you know what was sad about this is a bunch of conspiracies popped up
Yeah.
about that, and that's what
Yeah, I've seen those.
Well,
really,
it's not just that. Iran has taken credit for it.
yeah,
Everyone.
hmm, yep. So
Yeah, that was coming out of the woodwork. They
uh,
started.
yeah, so it looks like I think the Don has got the message, and he said, "You know what? Screw these guys. We're not gonna screw around." So he's bombing
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
out. I think what he's gonna do is he's gonna take over
Okay,
Carglass,
Ron. Yeah, appreciate that.
Yeah.
Since he can't stay long,
right?
he
All
wanted to
right,
check in
Ron.
before he went to sleep. All right.
We
Getting
got
up
our
early sucks.
dinner.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So,
Hey, Lon.
Hey, Ronnie.
and
Yeah.
it looks like the Kurds are attacking,
Yeah,
and
I've
it
heard
looks
that
like
too.
the different factions they're starting to turn in on each other. So,
Yep. Yep. I've
uh,
heard that too.
so I
So
think we got the beginnings of the end of the regime over
No.
there. Yeah.
he thinks
So
Mitch
let's,
McConnell is sipping wine with RBG.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I
Uh,
saw the
yeah, and
picture.
you're right. Hello, Lon and Ronnie and Brian is
Lon and
Steve
also
Ron.
here.
and Steve.
Yeah.
Don't forget Steve. Yeah,
Oh, Steve. Oh, I didn't see Steve pop
yeah.
up.
Steve's
Yeah,
here.
no
Yeah.
one's taking the stuff from Iran seriously. You're right,
Yeah,
Lon. So yeah, I mean it's it's just silliness, but yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I mean, yeah,
Mhm.
and it's sad. I mean, because he was quite a American patriot.
Oh yeah. Hmm. Yeah. So we got that going on, and what's going on with me is I'm finishing up a video where those of you who are old enough to remember Hogan's Heroes, I've made a video using AI, and I ended up using Filmora to do the final editing because I was not happy with the results I was getting with my usual go to
Yeah,
AI place.
right. Yeah,
So yeah, so I'm just finalizing a few things, and what it is, it's the end of the war. It's the
you're
end of
right,
World
Lon.
War II, and so instead of Hogan and the crew just taking off, they decided, they realized that if they do that, Clint Schultz and Burkhalter could be tried on war crimes.
Yeah,
So they
yeah.
decided to save them by, well, since they were sort of close to where the rocket factory was, so they got them into Operation Paperclip,
Right.
and
Yeah.
they were they become part of OSS, and
Hmm.
they've been shipped to the Philippines, somewhere so far away from Europe that they can't get into trouble. So
Yeah.
that's what this video is going to be about. And I think you guys, I think a lot of people will enjoy it because
Good. Look
Hogan's
forward to it.
Heroes stop. What happened to those guys?
Yeah. That's true. Yeah. Speaking of that, James was, speaking of World War II, I've been watching this guy called the Fat Electrician.
Bad electrician.
Yeah, and he uses that name because he actually, before becoming such a famous YouTuber, or during the time period, he's actually a journeyman electrician. He went through and started. He's also served in the military. Uh, he was in the National Guard, and he's, was active and. But anyways, he does a lot. He does some great stories of history, basically about individuals of history.
Oh,
I just watched one on John Paul Jones,
oh,
and but oh, look here. Look who we got.
mhm.
It's
Oh,
Uncle Bill. Hey, Bill.
Hey,
yeah,
Bill.
Uncle Bill.
Hello.
So how
Hey.
are things down in Florida today?
Things are warm.
Warm, yeah.
Warm, and it just started raining a little bit.
Oh, okay.
And I don't have to go to work tomorrow.
Yes.
Ah,
Yay.
I do have
Yeah.
to work Sunday, however, unfortunately.
Oh, that sucks.
okay.
Yeah, I know.
We got Susanna Morgie.
Yay.
Morgie?
You're one of
Susanna
your
Morjon.
friends.
Do what?
Not the one that comes to your stream, Bill.
Oh, that might be. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
I
I
don't
think
know.
I
All I,
reckon.
all I know is I was talking, and Art decided that was a good time to start announcing things.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, anyways, you got to work Sunday. So, are you going to be doing it?
Uh-huh.
as usual. No, that's all right. I'm done. Let me see.
You're done now.
Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah, you're
That's
done.
it. That's the whole news story. That's it.
Okay.
But anyways, yeah, I watched one of the James had told me about this guy, and so
Right.
I decided to. I finally he told me about him a couple weeks ago, and I forgot about him, and finally I looked him up after we got back from dinner yesterday, and he's one of those that you can. He tells history or about individuals, but he does it in such an funny and enjoyable way. He's actually a pretty good comedian too,
Oh, okay. Cool.
and but he tries to be as historically accurate as he can. One of the guys he talked about is a guy known as the fighting preacher.
Right.
Oh,
Fighting.
That guy fought.
fascinating.
That guy was one of the original members of Merrill's Marauders.
Oh,
Then he turned around and he fought in the Korean War.
Oh.
And then he was one of the earliest advisors and trainers over in Laos during the Vietnam War.
oh, wow. Okay, cool.
He has like three or four silver stars.
Oh,
He has 4 or 5 bronze stars. He's one of the most decorated. He was actually recommended for the I think it was during the Korean War. He's recommended for the Medal of Honor,
oh,
but because he had been sending back to his immediate commander back because they were up front holding a position, and they were I think in Busan,
right.
in South Korea. He kept sending back. We got enemy approaching. Oh no, that area is safe because he'd already been through through hell in a handbasket uh, earlier,
Right.
and so they sent his unit back to so that he could, they could rest. Well, it turned out there were enemies coming, and in the end, that's what he got. They ended up taking out this whole battalion until finally somebody listened. But he sent a runner back because their radios weren't working. He sent a runner back 5 times, and they kept saying, "No, no, no, you don't know the difference. Those are South Koreans." He says, "No, those are North Koreans because they're using old Chinese military weapons." And I fought against those same Chinese because he was actually part of help did the Burma run, the road,
Right. Mm-hmm.
the Burma road run
Yep.
into China.
Mm-hmm.
He says, I fought against them. He says, I know what I'm talking about. No, you're mistaken. Well, in the end, he was right, and they finally got help up there, and he was recommended because he'd taken out so many. Ended up, a lot of them were hand-to-hand combat, with bayonets,
Right.
and he but his commander didn't recommended him for the Silver Star because it was that same commander who had said, "No, no, those are friendlies." He didn't
Mm.
want to look like it because if they did an investigation onto him receiving the Medal of Honor,
Uh-huh.
it would have come out that the commander was a dumbass.
Oh, there you go.
Politics being what they are, but he,
Or that he killed a whole bunch of friendlies. One of the two.
yeah,
Yeah.
or that he
Mhm.
killed him. And it turned out he did, he was, but he got the Silver Star for it anyways. But
That's
I think it was
good.
one of his first ones. But yeah, he he started out as a kid, and he went to work uh, in the Pennsylvania coal mines, and it was during the Depression, and he asked one of his friends and he had a family too, and he wasn't a kid, he was a young adult,
Yeah.
and he says he
Mhm.
asked his boss, he says, could we hire this friend? He's really in desperate need. He says, well, we're just barely keeping the ones we got now. The depression's on. We can't afford to take on one more person. So he quit and got his friend hired in his place.
Uh-huh.
The next week, there was a major explosion
Oh.
at the coal mine, and his friend got killed.
Oh no.
So
Oh boy.
then he went to work at another place, a steel mill or something,
Mm-hmm.
and same situation. He got his friend on, and then he was off for some reason during the day. Steel mill blew up. His friend gets killed. He survived it.
Wow.
And then one other thing happened, and he should have died from that. And that's when he decided, maybe the good Lord's trying to tell me something.
Mm-hmm.
And he decided to go on and become a minister and went through seminary and
Mm-hmm.
was about 3/4 of the way through seminary when World War II broke out, and he got called up, and he went, and one thing led to another, and he ended up in Merle's Marauders, and
Mm.
and he was shot, sent back. He kept fighting, and then finally he says, "I think maybe I better go back to the aid station." So he went back to the aid station. Says, "Fix me up." They patched him up real quick, and then he marched his ass right back up and started fighting again. And that happened. He should have died any number of times. At one point, he was expected to die. They told he was so bad after being in the jungle for so long. They sent him home because they said he only had about 6 months to live. But he was under the care of a James Hopkins, who was a doctor, and
Mm-hmm.
they had been in the unit together, and they sent them both home. So, and James Hopkins, who happened to be the grandson of John Hopkins.
Ah, okay.
What better, so then they were told they couldn't talk about any of their exploits except what was in the newspaper, or they
Mm-hmm.
couldn't talk about any of it. He says,
Good
wait a
right.
minute, I can't talk about it. And anyways, one thing led to another. He ends up being in 3 wars, one of the most decorated people out there, one of the luckiest SOBs to ever be in a war, let alone
Mm-hmm.
3 of them. And
Right.
each time he should have died in any number of,
Wow.
and, but this guy tells this story, this fat
Mm-hmm.
electrician is his channel name. And so, but when on Bill's show Friday night, I got a call from Greg, and I didn't take it. And Greg says, "Have you kept up with uh have you been keeping up with bricks and minifigs? And I go, no, I haven't checked it in a couple of weeks. He told me about this thing, and it's minifigs, not like in the cookie,
Right.
but like mini figurines, and it's about Legos. And there's just been this long running corruption by this company called Bricks and Minifigs, and they
Uh-huh.
basically stole this man's. He meant it for to be for the legacy for his kids. He was dying of cancer, and they basically the corporate stole it. He put
Right.
it into a franchise to sell, and it was valued between $100,000 to $300,000. And then the corporate took over this store, and they kept all the everything
They
that was
ran.
there. Even though
Right.
this guy had a contract said it didn't belong to the store, it belonged to him. The store says, "Oh, we didn't sign that contract, so we don't have to honor it." And so they kept all the inventory,
Mm.
and that's been going on now for about 4 years. Finally, they found out it was going to cost them like $500,000 to sue this company. So this guy did the next best thing, and he went to a couple of YouTubers, and they got involved. Since then, they've been trespassed from this store in Utah. They've been arrested and it turns out one of the chief of police apparently is married to somebody that owns the corporate store, or married to he's married into that family. Turns out the judge that posted their bail, or that charged them with all this,
Right.
uh, it turns out he's related to or good friends with the owner of the company, and it's been an ongoing thing. It's like all of this over Legos, you know.
Wow.
But then today I'm watching. It's called Unsubscribed Podcast, and it's got
Right.
guys like what is Mike Herrera? I think that's his first name. Kentucky Ballistics. Matt originally was on it from Demolition Ranch. Uh, for what donut operator, you know,
Right.
Oh yeah.
and all of
Mm.
these guys do this, and one of them was the fat electrician. So,
Mm.
and today they were talking to the two guys that are involved with this bricks and mini pigs. So it was real funny that Greg called me about the bricks and mini pigs on Friday. James tells me about the fat electrician on Sunday, and then today I see both of them involved in the same.
Uh-huh.
It's just same thing. So, anyways, that was that's something to look at. Just bricks and mini pigs. Like what a silly ass name.
Yeah.
Yep.
But that's what I did this weekend.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
great.
cool.
That and finish up the guitar I was working on Bill's show Friday night or
Well,
Saturday night.
I went fishing Saturday. Caught
Yeah.
a school of fish this time, and
Hey,
what was
Brad.
I kept hearing because I'm only a couple miles from Front Range Airport, and I
Right?
kept hearing airplanes and not the usual type of airplanes.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I look up and I'm like, oh, holy shit! There's a P-51 just flew. Yeah.
Ah, must have
So
been
there
having an
must
air
have
show.
been an air show going on over there, and because the planes that I was hearing, I mean, just didn't sound like the
Yeah,
usual.
you can recognize those
Yeah.
Right.
old
Mhm.
either
Just
the Rolls engines or those radial engines.
yeah.
All of those different. Yeah, those old straight lines and radials that they had back then. That's a sound that It's like with me, I can hear a Huey
Yeah.
helicopter. It
Hmm.
sounds different from any other helicopter
Yeah.
out there. It's got a specific sound to it, and same with the A-10. I can recognize an A-10
Yeah.
without even having to look up.
Right.
You know,
Mhm. Yeah. So that was good. Just
cool, cool.
relaxed yesterday. Did a bunch of stuff around the house. Yep.
Yeah.
Then found out Lindsey Graham passed away, and
Yeah, yeah.
his sister is going to fill his seat
Uh,
the remainder of the term.
the New Zealand actor,
Sam Neill.
from Sam
Yeah,
Neill.
Sam Neill passed away. And then we had Bonnie Taylor just passed away a couple
Yeah,
days
well,
ago.
I'd mentioned her, I thought, last week.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Bonnie Taylor.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's been 3 of them right there. And
Yep.
Mhm.
but yeah, Sam Neill is like, well, okay, I guess he won't be in the next Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Yep. Nope. He's in Kiwi Park right now.
Yeah.
Because that's
Yeah.
what.
Well, he had just apparently he just defeated cancer, and then all of a sudden,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know.
I haven't
That's
heard what actually killed him, but
right.
apparently it was rather unexpected.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're right, Brad, and
Yep.
welcome to the show. Appreciate you watching. So,
Hmm.
but yeah,
He's pretty young, wasn't
who's that?
70,
Neil?
Sam
Maybe
Neill.
78.
78.
Sam Neill, 78. Yeah,
he? Oh,
Yeah.
was he? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I know. I thought he was younger than that,
Yeah.
but then again, he's like only 8.5 years older than me. So
Well, and Bonnie Taylor was 75. When she passed.
75. Yeah, all these people dying in their 70s is starting to
Yeah,
really
I know.
Yeah.
starting to bother me. Huh? I
Yeah.
think I'm gonna stay 69 the rest of my life because
Yeah.
obviously 70 is not a
yeah,
healthy
that's what she
decade. Yeah,
Not
The
to you.
summer
but not
of
to you.
69.
said.
Yeah.
Not to you. Oh yeah.
Mm.
Sorry, I was rude and had to eat on screen. I wanted to eat before 9 o'clock
Oh, okay.
because. Okay. Why, Art? Why did I need to eat?
Why were you eating? Because you have an appointment tomorrow? You have blood work to do or some you got a stool sample you gotta give.
I'm gonna send you a stool sample wrapped up, make it look like a toffee. No. Yes, tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock, I'm gonna be giving blood. Yeah, blood test.
Giving blood. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you got to do a
Yeah,
fasting
Got that
fasting
going
blood
on.
sugar.
And I was just
Yeah.
on my roof before I got here.
Yeah.
Because I have a problem
Yes,
with
you
my
do.
washing machine drain backing up. I replaced
Oh,
the plumbing
my.
because it had a leak, but it's also backing up. So I replaced the pipes. Everything's nice and clear. But now I shouldn't say now. I guess it's been doing it. So we're trying to figure out why. There's some kind of blockage somewhere. First
So
thing
did you get up on that roof and clean out that vent up there?
Well, there's nothing to clean out. It's perfectly fine. I could look straight down.
Oh.
Oh,
It's hard to see all the way down, but it did reflect a little water, so it's clear. But that doesn't mean anything. There could be over the years some kind of buildup that's causing a little bit of a partial dam. I mean, the water drains. I mean, there's no block. I mean, you
Right.
never know it was a
Right.
block except for that frickin' washing machine pumps a lot of water real fast.
and you get that.
And so it might be hitting up, filling up the pipe, because there's a vent right there, right to the left of the washing machine. And that's the one vent. So
Right.
so what I did was I went up there. I said, what can I do? So Joy had bought some Drano, so I poured some of that down in there,
Yeah.
and I got to go up there now and flush it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to have to do that with the vent over my washing machine too. Because hello, Charles.
Hello.
Yeah,
Washing machine?
Hi, Charles.
Hey,
I've never had to do it before, so this is new.
Okay.
Hey, Chaz.
hey,
So
Dominic.
like I said, in fact, I don't want to leave that stuff in there too long. It's pretty caustic.
Yeah.
And you run some hot water, and then I'm going to have her run the machine on hot.
Hey, Greg.
Yes.
Shit out.
Hey, Greg.
was-
What
Hello.
I did was I extended the drop the down tube I had a leftover doodads, and one of them was a rubber connector, 2-inch connector. Well, that fits right over. Anyway, I made it taller, so with the back,
Right. Yeah.
it's not a lot coming out now, but maybe,
Right. Yeah.
maybe I don't know. Okay, honey.
8:34.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta go on a roof. I'll be right back.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. I was supposed to say when I opened my show, hello, I'm Mr. Grump.
Yeah.
Because Greg is that's the way I answer things because he says I sound similar to Mr. Ed, so I started doing hello, I'm Mr. Grump when I talked to him on the phone. And he said, "Did you open your show that way?" And I was supposed to put a post-it note right up here on my monitor, and I forgot to do it. So Greg was calling me on it. So
Oz by drone. Look at that.
Oz by drone.
Oz by drone, yeah, it's been a while.
Right.
The
He
warships.
came on just to see if I was going to say that, So
Yeah.
I'll be back.
all right.
right.
Well, we'll be waiting
Mm.
with bated breath, waiting for you to come
Yeah.
back.
If you hear a loud noise, I didn't make it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell her to
All right.
watch out for the Twenties.
Hey, put your drone up above you so we can
Yeah,
watch it.
there you
Get it on
go.
video, man. We
There
want to
you
see you.
go.
If you're gonna fall off the roof, at least get it on video.
Yeah.
It doesn't count unless it's on video.
Mhm.
But yeah, I'm working on guitar number 10, but I'm taking my time. I'm going to try not to finish it in one day.
Yeah.
Because one, I haven't figured out. Although that last one, I was real happy that
Mhm.
with the flathead motor, it turned out really nice.
Cool.
The action's a little high. The one before that, I really was happy with the action. It was perfect across. That one, I didn't quite get it low enough. I thought I had it low enough, and I didn't. So I've still got to adjust that. But other than that, it's still very playable.
Cool.
Except I did something on it. I put on light strings. I do not like them. I won't buy them again. I've got
Yeah.
2 more sets to go through. They're probably going to get shifted to the back, and I'll order some more. But yeah,
There you go.
but yeah, I'm working on number 10 now,
Number 10.
and but I'm taking my time instead of using all my power tools like I'm not going to use my router on it, which I use to curve the edges. I'm gonna sand that down to give it the curved edge on the neck, just because it takes longer and it means instead of just going and it's done. It takes me. It throws an extra hour's worth of work in there, but that's okay. The whole point of doing these is to give me something to do, and if I'm whipping through them, that's something else I did have to do yesterday. Is I had to go to Lowe's and pick up some more wood because I'd gone through all my wood I bought 3 days ago, or 4 days ago. So I've made sure I have enough now to do. I think not counting the one I'm working on now. Well, I could do a total of 6 with what I have. So, and I've started on that, and but yeah. But then I'm going to start packaging up a few of these and sending them out to
There you go.
some people. So I got to start getting some stuff ready. And in a month and a half, I'm going to be headed to Colorado.
That's right. Yeah.
So and I've also been watching this guy Murphy's Diesel, and he does these off-road recoveries, and he travels all over the country. He uses a lot of military. He buys a lot of old military vehicles and converts them into these. He's got like these 10-wheel drives with rear wheel steering, and so he can get into places that a lot of people can't. And the other day he was doing one of his newest videos. He was going up to Wyoming, but as he was, he lives in Arizona, so he had to go through Utah and then up into Wyoming, up into Colorado, and he stopped in Grand Junction because apparently his sister lives in Grand Junction. So,
cool.
But so yeah, but so I watched a plethora. But if you guys get a chance, watch the Fat Electrician.
Fat Electrician. Well,
Yeah.
there's this gal out of North Dakota. She's renovating an abandoned house that she paid 10 grand for the house. And this started back in January, and now it's summer and they're just finishing putting the new metal roof on. And the house is really coming along really nice. Once they get the roof done, they've got the outside all done. Now all they have to do is the interior, and I think it'll turn out really nice. Her name is Tia Weston. So check out her channel. Another one is Between the Sharks, where this guy he bought this house sight unseen, and it was a mess. And what it is, it started off as a simple 2-room little house where somebody just kept adding on and adding on and
Yeah,
adding.
yeah.
The roof was just a mess, and it's been abandoned for 17 years. And he's going through cleaning it out, and he's pulling the ceiling off, and he's finding dead raccoons, and oh God.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
He
yeah.
finds out that one of the rooms, which is like the middle room, is not perfectly straight. It's crooked. So that just throws another monkey wrench
Oh
into it.
yeah, yeah.
And it's like, oh God. But yeah, he's interesting to see how he's doing all of this by himself. Where Tia, her father, is helping her out with the
Right. Yeah,
rent.
yeah.
She's originally from Tennessee, and I
Okay. I
guess
may have watched some of her videos.
yeah.
You know.
Mhm.
Yeah. Now that you mention it, my aunt and uncle down in New Mexico. My aunt. Well, my grandpa. They owned two houses. They owned their house that they lived in, then this little cottage next door to them, a little
Mhm.
adobe house down there, and that's where my grandfather lived until he passed away.
Wow.
And they took care of him, and he was 87 when he passed away. So, uh, anyways, after he passed away, they sold their house and they moved. She apparently wanted to move out into the country. Now, country around here, you're going to move out there. You're going to have beautiful grasslands and woods around you and stuff.
Mm.
Portales, New Mexico, or as anybody else in the world would say it, Portals, New Mexico, Portales. There's nothing there but sand. I mean,
Yeah.
sand and cactus. That's all you
Yeah.
got out there.
It's desert like out there. Yeah.
Oh, there's no like about it. It's just flat
Yeah.
ass desert.
Yeah.
It's part of the high desert. But anyways, uh, so they moved out there onto this piece of flat land, and apparently I don't know if it came with them or what, but it had two older houses, and they moved those two houses together and then attached the roof. Made one roof over them.
Oh,
It
okay.
was not a bad looking thing, but yeah, as opposed to the rest of New Mexico, yeah.
Yeah.
There are parts of New Mexico that are nice in
Yeah,
especially
like
northern New Mexico.
yeah,
Yeah,
Farmington is really pretty up
yeah,
there.
yeah, well, Farmington, yeah,
Yeah.
it's okay, but it's still part of the. But when you get over in northeastern, I don't know,
Okay.
Brenda. I don't know when I'm going to get out there. I may,
Okay.
I'm going to look at my calendar this next year and see how I'm feeling and everything. I may make an extended trip and fly out to. I may come to the southwestern drone meetup and then fly from there over in to see my aunt if she's still uh, doing well. Stay with her for a few days and then fly back from there. So uh, I will be if I do that, I will certainly let you know, Brenda,
Mm,
that I'm in the area.
right.
And because I'd definitely like to meet you and your husband, that would be great. So,
Mhm.
but anyways, but yeah, so there's parts of New Mexico, Ruidosa, that
Yeah.
area, Albuquerque, anywhere in the northern part of the
Right.
state,
Mhm.
uh, up into the mountains, the
Right.
foothill of the
Like
Rockies
Santa
there.
Fe and Taos up in that area.
Yeah, yeah. I don't like Taos just because of all the damned old hippies up there, but
Yeah.
that's me.
Yeah.
It's too much of a friggin' tourist town.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's
but yeah, I think anything north of Springer, New Mexico is
right.
good.
Mhm.
Because at Springer, you'll be driving along and all of a sudden you just drop. It's like
Mhm.
the elevation drops. I mean, it's like 200-foot drop out of nowhere. You're driving along thinking, and then the whole landscape just turns to desert. Then you're just on flatland desert.
Right.
You know, a lot like Amarillo, and that
Amarillo,
any place, anything west of Amarillo. Well,
yeah.
actually,
Yeah.
anything in that panhandle is bad, but anything west of Amarillo is
Have you
pretty
been
bad.
to Capulan or
Where?
Capulan? That's where the volcano is on your way to if you're going through northern New Mexico or across that corner into Texas. There's a
Oh yeah. I think I was there as a kid. We went through
yeah,
there. Yeah,
mhm,
yeah, yeah. I've been pretty well all over the state of New Mexico at one point or another.
right,
When I was living out in Arizona, I ran that whole uh, western border. You know, well,
right.
actually, when my sister lived down in Phoenix, we drove back from Phoenix and or no, it was Sholo, and we went from Sholo and up. Was it Holbert? Anyways, went across uh, cut across New Mexico and headed up into Colorado that way. So
Okay.
you know, yeah, we've I've there's probably not. I've been out to Lordsburg. That's the most godforsaken place in the world.
Yeah.
Lordsburg, New Mexico is uh been up in Silver City, Rio
Silver.
do I pretty well been the gambit
Yeah.
of New Mexico. But
Oh, and Doc Murdoch just had a birthday a few days ago.
Hmm.
yeah, he did. Yeah, yeah.
Mm, haven't seen him in a long time. I guess
Yeah.
he's changed the name of his channel and yeah.
Yeah.
Mm, ah,
Yeah. Yeah, the land of enchantment. I don't know what's
yeah,
enchanting about it.
yeah.
But yeah,
Well,
I've
just
never understood why they called it that.
say hi to the Salamanca family and Gus Furring, uh,
But
Walter White, Jesse
well,
Pinkman.
yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, anyways, I don't even
It's
know why I
all
was
good.
talking about that godforsaken place.
Yeah.
I don't. 2015 was the last time I was there, and I don't think I'll ever go back. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Mm.
haven't
Uh,
been there in years. I used to go to a comedy club down in Albuquerque.
in Albuquerque, yeah. Well,
How is Doc
yeah.
Murdoch?
I haven't heard from him in a
Yeah,
long time, so
yeah, same here.
uh, I don't know what's going on with him.
Yep.
And that's sad because we've had a bunch of guys that
Yep.
have come and gone,
Disappeared.
Hmm.
and for whatever reason they've gotten out of, just like
Scotty.
Scotty, yeah, Scotty,
Yeah.
Jack Rabbit. Where did he
yeah,
go? Yeah.
Jackrabbit FPV. He
Yeah.
just
Where did he go?
he just dropped off the face of the map.
Hmm.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, so
Or like Mitch, Mitch.
yeah. Well, Mitch is
Now
still
he's doing the old guy carnivore.
Yeah. Yeah.
carnivore. Yeah, yeah,
He's still floating about. I
Yeah.
occasionally watch a bit of his stream.
yeah. I'll catch it every so often just to
Yeah.
see if I'm up and around at that time of the morning and I see it pop up. But yeah, he's but Mitch is still around.
Yep. And Jim,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jim
Jim,
Boyd. Yeah,
Jim
Yeah. We
Boyd.
had him on a live
yeah,
stream a while back, and
yeah.
haven't been up
He'll
since.
occasionally. I know he was on. I think he was on Matt's Christmas
Yeah.
live stream.
Last one I saw him with, it was me, Matt, Jim, and a few others.
Yeah, I was on there and for part of it. So yeah, yeah.
Yep.
But
And Mike of Night Train. Yeah, I haven't.
now Night Train. He pops up every. Matter of
Yeah, it
fact,
pops up occasionally.
yeah, he would. I think he was on Matt's last one, or he
Right.
showed up in the
I
Right.
think
And
he jumped on
occasionally,
for a few minutes too.
every so often, he'll show up on in the chat on
Or
mine
somewhere,
too.
yeah.
So
Right. Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But a lot of people have got their you know, this was really big during COVID, and a lot of people have moved on after that.
Yeah.
A lot of people they a lot of people got into it and was hoping to grow and become something really big, and
Mm-hmm.
it didn't ever turn out to be that.
Right.
So uh,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
so yeah, and so they get a disillusioned with it, and
Yep.
I do this. I'm like Bill. The reason I do this is I get to come on here and visit with my friends and
Yeah, yeah. That's what
in
I love
art.
doing.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yep.
you know.
Yeah,
There's
and
I get to and art. Yeah, get to
Yep.
visit with my friends and art. Yeah, so
Yep. Yeah.
yeah,
I just like, you know, doing it. Now I'm getting back into flying drones. I just did a video on the Neo 2 using
yeah. I
the
saw that. I actually watched that one.
controller that Lon gave me.
Alon sent you. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that Bill the drone reviewer had that you'd gotten that from Bill the drone reviewer
Yeah.
mm,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
for some
yeah, a
reason.
really good price on it. So,
Do
with,
what?
yeah, a really good price on it.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. So you bought it from him? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, I was expecting just one battery, and I ended up getting two batteries. Yeah,
Yeah, Art likes doing it. Good to know. Yeah, yeah,
yeah, mm-hmm.
yeah. Yeah, you're
Yeah,
only on 3 times a week, right? Well, I am too. No,
Yeah.
you're on 4 times a week because you're on
yeah,
Thursday,
that's right.
Friday, and Saturday, and then on Mondays.
On
I'm
Mondays.
just on Thursday, Saturday, and Mondays. So
Mm-hmm.
that gives me Tuesday and Wednesday and Fridays to relax.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, tomorrow I'll be distilling some rum that I just
Your rum's ready
Nice.
to distill?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I think I'm
Yeah.
gonna make another batch because I still got a whole bunch of dark brown sugar and molasses to make at least one, maybe two more
Batches. Yeah.
batches. Yeah.
So have you considered AA, or you just don't give a
Yep.
shit?
Not. I mean, it's just a nice hobby. It's not
Hi,
like
my name's Art. I'm a moonshiner.
I'm a moonshiner. I drink
Yeah.
every
Maybe
night.
it'd be MSA. Yeah, that would be it.
Yeah,
MSA.
yeah,
Moonshiners Anonymous. Yeah.
yeah. Moonshiners.
Yeah.
Yep. See the USA in your MSA and see the DSA.
Mm. There's this one guy I forgot what his channel name is. He's another one of these that does these off-road recoveries,
Right.
and he's addicted to Corvairs.
Oh, okay. Corvairs. Okay.
Corvairs, yeah.
Yep.
Now he's got some really nice equipment,
Mm-hmm.
but he actually has a Corvair station wagon that
Ooh.
he converted into a four-wheeler. It's an impressive piece
Oh,
of equipment that he's done with this Corvair. But
right.
he's
Hey, Jim.
hey
Hey,
Jim, look at that. Bill came back
Yeah.
just in time to what the,
close
you
out the
eating?
show.
I looked for those oh actually I got some, come to think of it. Those yeah, yeah. The bacon and grilled cheese. Yeah, I haven't tried them yet. There's because I have different bags and I try to go through them. Me and the
See,
dogs go
Brenda?
through them. So
Mhm.
that's I forgot I'd even bought those. So I'm probably going to open those after I get off the show.
Mhm.
Try them out on your recommendation. So if they taste like shit, Bill, I'll talk about it on your show Saturday.
Yeah, there you
They're
go.
very light, very light. They're not overpowering. Very light flavored.
Have you noticed Lay's has changed? Obviously, they've changed their bags.
Smaller.
They've gone to the
Yeah.
but they're not as slick and shiny as they were. Plus, I've noticed. Well, our store up here, they're carrying almost all baked Lay's now. Most of their flavors have turned to baked.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
So, like,
I'm
okay,
Florida, baby. We got it all.
you got,
Baked, fried, air puffed.
yeah.
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 Yeah, I was beginning to think I couldn't find those at the store I went to, but I go up here to our local grocery store. It's called Box 10, so
Oh.
So
it's
right,
10% above cost,
No.
no,
which is the same price that you pay anywhere else,
I know because that's actually a lot.
I know.
A lot of the major chains. I mean, a lot of their products are like 4%. People don't.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
Well, what they do is they add it all up, and you see the price, and then they add 10% to that, and then they add the tax, which in Muskogee is another 10%. So
Oh.
Mhm.
I pay 20% above cost because of taxes and this. It's like, why don't you just mark your shit down 10% and call it good?
Yeah.
And I hate all those different stores that you got to have a key fob to get it for a certain price, or you got to have their membership or whatever. Like, just mark the damn prices down.
No, no. That's a way to make sure that you keep going to their
Loyalty.
Their
store.
store, yeah, it's marketing. I know.
And you're getting a
Loyalty card.
discount for being a loyal customer.
Mhm.
Otherwise, you're just giving it to vagrants and vagabonds like Artie or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
want
Mhm.
you. They want your vagrant ass in there.
Yeah,
I saw a
think-
thing. I saw a thing today on beef and hamburger and stuff like that, and these different stores that carry it. And one of the top rated stores for beef was Publix,
Mhm.
Okay.
which I know is really
No.
big there in Florida. Yeah,
No, I've heard that they butcher their own meat in the kitchen.
yeah, they butcher their own meat.
Yeah, I know people that work back there. Did Costco, wait, 13%, is that sales
Oh,
tax? Mm,
yeah, in Canada.
mm,
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
They got a lot of taxes.
Yeah, Costco would go out of business. Costco's another one of the top rated uh, uh, meat places.
Meat place.
Yeah.
They also sell premium gas. Their
Yeah.
gas
Yes.
is it's what's considered top tier. They sell top tier gas.
Yeah. Top tier gas. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
Unfortunately, we don't have one in Muskogee, and I'm not moving to Tulsa just so I can save a few cents. So,
Uh-huh.
because it cost me more to live up there.
How far is Tulsa from you?
It's about a 45-minute drive.
Mhm.
Depending on. But then to get to Costco is probably another. So it's probably about 55 minutes to get to Costco.
Mm.
Now, used to when when mom and dad had to go to the doctor or something, we'd go up there and we'd make a day of it. And Judy and I and mom and dad go up there. Usually go out to eat somewhere up there, but then we'd go shopping at stores that we don't have in Muskogee, and we'd stock up on stuff.
Mhm.
We were already there, so it made sense to buy stuff there. So,
Awesome.
but yeah, so and if I'm in Tulsa, I'll stop at places like that. But that's why I don't belong to Sam's Club or Costco,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm never there enough to,
Yeah.
like if I go to my doctor, well, both of them are in Broken Arrow, so I usually now if I'm at my pain doctor, that reminds me I got to call my doctor's office tomorrow and find out why they haven't filled my med. I did find out the reason my doctor hadn't renewed my last medicine because he's no longer practicing there. So I don't know what the hell happened to him, but yeah.
Wow.
So they wanted me to Now they have a doctor that deals with. They have a new doctor in the practice that deals with seniors.
Seniors.
But
Uh,
unfortunately, his I don't know Punjabi Bob or something like that. I couldn't understand his name. If I can't pronounce his name, I don't want him. You know.
uh-huh.
So and as I told them, I said it's real simple. When Doctor Niebergall retired, he recommended two doctors, either the gal, which he thought I'd get along with better, but the other doctor might had a, I don't know why he had me go to him because he was a terrible doctor. And he's no longer practicing there, so that says a lot for him right there.
Mhm.
But so when they asked me, I said, no, put me with the gal because Dr. Niebergall recommended her as one of them. So I said, if
Right.
he's not practicing, I said, I was about ready to switch to her anyways.
Right.
So.
Mhm.
So now I'm with her. I just haven't, but I don't get to see her till like October. And I said, whatever. But
There you go.
Well, we have a
But-
Costco now
Yay.
in Stewart.
Ah,
Yeah.
oh, okay, yeah.
I haven't been there yet.
yeah.
Haven't been there yet. Yeah.
No. Well, I live right up the street from Sam's Club and
Oh.
Walmart.
Oh well, yeah.
There
And I
you go.
also pass Target and any number of ridiculous big box stores.
Mm.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
The drive there, it is 18 minutes, 9 miles.
Right. Yeah.
I can
Yeah.
do
There
that.
you go.
It's pretty close to work, actually.
Mhm.
Fairly close to work.
Right.
Yeah. It's 16. Let's see.
Oh God.
We're supposed to be getting a Costco up here too in, I think, Crossgates Mall, but
Oh. Okay.
Ah.
Cool.
that's like
Cool.
a 45 to 50-minute drive away. So we will most likely not ever go there.
Well, yeah, it's like it is with me. There being one in Tulsa, it's the same thing with me. That's why I've never been there.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's 5 minutes from work.
Yeah.
In the wrong direction, but 5 minutes. Not
Right.
bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
2 miles, 2.1 miles.
So. But yeah. What else exciting has been going on? That's about it. Like I said, I watched that thing today on bricks and minifigs. What a hell of a name.
Mhm.
I mean, can you imagine? There's all these lawsuits going on, and it's all over some friggin' Legos.
Lego my ego.
Yeah, and Legos is one of those things that if you've ever had kids and you've ever had Legos in the house, you'll remember it. Because they'll leave. There's always going to be one they left on the floor, and you go walking across
Yeah.
your living room, and you're
Yeah,
starting.
been there, done that.
Oh my God! You step on one of them damn things, it's like
Yep.
stepping on a nail and barefoot. I mean, it pricks and mini dicks. There you go. That's what a lot of people are calling them now. Yeah,
Great to meet
yeah. That's their new nickname is pricks and mini dicks. Yeah.
Who's?
This it's a company that deals. They're sort of like a GameStop for Legos, and they basically stole this old man's life collection of uh
Lego figurines.
Legos and figurines, and that's where the name minifigs comes from. Minifigurines worth an estimated $200,000. I'm just gonna put it right in that middle.
Right.
And but they said it could cost him up to $500,000 to sue this company. It basically
Mhm.
it was a brick and mortar store. It's in Utah, and they he had cancer and he wanted to sell them out so he could put it in a trust for his kids so there'd be something there to bury him in to all this. Well, they turned around. The corporate office came in and closed this store down and took over control, and they took over all the inventory. Now, this was on consignment. They're a consignment store, and his contract read that it belonged to him, but it was on consignment. If they sell, well, so he just says, "Give me back," and they said, "Well, we don't have them." That's initially what they said, and then so these two, he had nowhere to reach out other than these two YouTubers, and they started following up. Well, they found proof that they did have them there, but the corporate store had taken over, and they said, "Well, hey, we don't, you know, that's between you and the previous owner because we didn't sign the contract, so we took over as corporate, we took over the store and all of their inventory. Well, not all of their inventory belonged to them.
Right.
You know, it was a lot of it was under consignment, and they stole it. And
Right.
earlier today, that the estimated legal cost for reckless Ben is around 1 million to defend. The RICO lawsuit GoFundMe is already at 500,000. Yeah, Reckless Ben is the channel that has been following this. So,
Wow.
and I saw Reckless Ben and his sort of partner in this thing. Because this guy reached out to these YouTubers and they started following up. Well, they've since been, the two guys from the YouTubers have been arrested. It turns out the cops there in that town are corrupt. They're connected with the people, the guy that owns the company, the CEO, and it's just it's been one thing after another. I know that
That's it. I will never buy another Lego again.
Yeah, well, it's not Lego's fault, but it is this company, and it's not the franchisee's fault. It's costing the franchisee a lot of money now because people don't trust them.
I don't understand. It's not Lego, but this was a franchise store.
This was a franchise store, and the franchise, Bricks and Mini Dicks, Bricks and Minifigs, that the corporate took over the franchise, and they said
corporate typically would rather not own the stores. That's why they're
well, they took it over and they claimed all their inventory as theirs.
They might have been losing money. It might have been bad. I don't know.
Well, according to what I saw today, the owner of that franchise says that. Well, the corporate said the reason they took it over is because she was behind in her franchise rent or whatever,
franchise fees,
by 3 months. And she says the problem is you guys froze my bank account so I couldn't pay you. They froze her store account somehow or another. And so now there's a lawsuit between them, but it has nothing to do with this guy getting back this family getting back the old man's Legos. This corporate of Bricks and Minifigs didn't own that. That inventory was not part of the store inventory, and there was a contract. And they said, well, we didn't sign that contract, so we don't have to honor it. And now, Greg, I talked about it in the beginning. I don't know if you saw it. Yeah, it's Brick Corporate that's doing it. And but they were on the unsubscribed podcast yesterday, and because I went looking for it after I talked to you, Greg, and that's what I saw. And just like I said, it was really coincidental because I was looking for that, and the unsubscribed podcast had the Fat Electrician, which is a guy that James has started me watching this weekend. So, but yeah,
I've never even heard of that. Bricks and what?
Yeah, a lot of people probably in our circle of friends haven't heard about it. Greg heard about it because it's getting a lot.
Bricks and what? Minifigs?
Bricks and Minifigs.
Yeah.
FIG.
I didn't know anything about them up until like about a month ago or so, when all of a sudden everybody on the geek channels was losing their minds over what was going on.
It starts filtering onto my channel too.
Yeah. It's become a big.
It's coming up on my algorithm.
Yeah.
Well, I listened to some fairly large size, geek and entertainment.
Right.
channels.
Yeah.
That's where I found out about it. But no matter what anybody says about it, I still do not quite understand what went on with this.
And
it's the most bizarre thing to me. How did these people? Because it's not small money we're talking about. It's not like some guy. I mean, we're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars stolen from one collector.
One collector, yeah. Starting, Greg says it's starting to make it into mainstream media too. So
yeah,
there's a Bricks and Minifigs in Port St. Lucie.
Yeah.
There
You gotta
you
go
go.
then.
How about that?
Yeah. But
Yeah.
do
Come on,
they have
watch me.
mini fridges there?
Just one of many places I will never walk into.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, and and as they say, it's not the franchisees that's doing it; it's the corporate that's doing it. Brick's
Oh, not
corporate is
not
the
because
one
I'm
that's
mad
doing
at
it.
them, because I have no interest in buying
Well,
the
yeah, right.
items.
I probably wouldn't ever go into them either.
Mhm.
Other than just walk in, as Greg says, me walk in and say, "Hey, I hear you guys steal from old folks." I might walk
Yeah.
in and do that just to get a
Yeah.
reaction out of them.
Go
You
on.
know.
Oh,
I think
Yeah.
I'll set up shop out front with with a sign, you
Yeah.
know, and it'll say pricks and mini dicks or whatever. What are you guys calling it now?
Uh,
Bricks and mini dicks.
Yeah,
pricks and mini dicks. Yeah.
suck my mini fig or something.
Yeah.
You know.
yeah.
Yeah.
hmm
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
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 Sell your fig Newtons out there too.
There you go. Sit out there and sell. Get you a bunch of Girl Scout Fig Newtons and sell.
And then if you get a Volkswagen, you could get Farfet Nugan.
I like modeling and all that stuff and build, but I never liked. I don't know. I never got into.
Yeah. Like Greg says, I go up and say,
Never
I
got
hear
into
you steal from
Legos.
old people. I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
See what the reaction is. They'd probably throw me out in a heartbeat or just laugh at me. Oh, now I did something else I got, and I got me a new hat this weekend. I don't know why I got it, but
Oh
I saw it. But
boy,
yeah, I got a
long
new hat. So
there you go.
I got
Oh,
me an old man hat.
there you go.
The first
Yeah.
one of these. Yeah, got me
Yeah,
one of them old British old man hats.
that
So
that looks good on you.
yeah, it's all right. It's comfortable. I'll say that much. You put it on, and it does shade the eyes. So
Yep.
it fits well, and it wasn't that expensive. So uh, but so I that came in Sunday when I'd ordered it from Amazon. So
So did you see the guy that won the Darwin Award up in Yellowstone when he got
no,
in a tangle with the buffalo?
Yeah, I
Oh
saw
no,
that.
I
yeah,
haven't seen that
flew
one.
like 8 feet up in the air,
Yeah,
and I'm going,
Yeah,
holy!
most did he survive? That's the
permeates my
question.
social media.
He got banged up pretty damn good, but
Most recipients of the Darwin Award don't live to receive it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
he looked pretty banged up, but I think he'll live.
thank you, Brenda. Yeah, I like it. It's
And it's
different.
not like they went up to the buffalo and said, "Hey, let's pet the fluffy cow."
The fluffy cow. That's happened before.
Yeah,
Well, they were like 100 yards away, taking pictures, minding their own business, and they started walking off. All of a sudden, this buffalo just got in the mood, and he's just started chasing them, and he's running around a bunch of trees, and buffalo finally and just got him and threw him up in the air, and there's a photo, the
I
video is
we
pretty.
went camping one time and just tent camping,
Yeah,
and there was a buffalo reserve very close by.
right.
We woke up the next morning and these damn buffalo had left the reserve and were all around our tent. I mean,
Oh
we were like sleeping in the middle of a herd of buffalo.
no,
And no,
well,
I did not try roller skating.
yeah, roller skating in a
Yeah.
buffalo herd, or take a shower in a parakeet cage. Yeah. hmm
Yeah, busy singing Home on the Range and forgot about the buffalo roaming up his
yeah.
orifice. Yeah. Yeah, buffalo aren't anything to mess with.
no.
I
Nope.
don't really care for the meat. Uh,
No, they're pretty good.
But I
you
I
know,
do like their wings.
Yeah, their wings.
yeah, their wings. And that's another thing. How in the hell do those little bitty wings get them buffalo in the air? I can't see them. It
Yeah,
must be like chickens. They can't fly with them either. Yeah.
Well,
You
it's
know.
just the same thing as the bee. The bee technically can't fly according to the laws of physics, but nobody's
That's
told
true.
the bee
So
that.
I guess them little wings would allow buffaloes to fly. So
Mhm.
yeah.
you know. of course,
Oh.
those are called Buffalo Wild Wings because they
wow.
were developed at a place in Buffalo, New York.
Okay.
Just like I heard today, I was watching this interview uh, with the fat electrician. Of course, he's real strict about history, and they were discussing Caesar, and says, "Yeah, well, because he was discussing how many followers. Well, Caesar had a bunch of followers, and then they stabbed him in the back,
Yeah.
and then they named a salad after him, and then he said, "Nope,
Yeah.
wait a minute." The Caesar salad was named after a famous French chef. It was not named after Julius Caesar. I don't want anybody writing that. Full disclosure, that was a joke. Because
Okay. It
people would be raising hell with him, because
was
he
it
likes to
named
do.
after Caesar Romero from
No,
Baton
it
Rouge?
wasn't named after Caesar Romero either. Now, that was another guy he was one of those guys that he was very smart in Hollywood. He died a very wealthy man because he knew how to set his contracts, and he usually did it for, instead of taking just a single payout, he usually tried to do it in stocks, in the
Right.
company or stuff like that. Just like his trademark was that mustache.
Yep. Hmm.
So when
That's
he
why
played the Joker, that's why it was just,
they
painted
would just
white.
put the white paint over it. Yeah.
Yeah, and he got good money for that.
Yep.
He enjoyed doing it, but he also did it for the money.
Right.
Yeah, pigs don't fly either. That's true.
Yeah.
You're right. So, but yeah, but yeah, it was yeah. But Caesar Romero was a very smart uh, uh, investor when it came to setting
Hmm.
up his contracts. That's why he picked and choose what he liked to do. So,
Hmm.
anyways, we've done a little over an hour now, and I think I want to
Yeah.
call it a night because
Hour and a
Art's
quarter.
got to get to bed to get his
I gotta
beauty
get to
sleep.
bed. Yep.
God knows he needs a lot of sleep.
Yeah, I sure do.
But anyways, I want to thank everybody for joining another fun-filled week of this silliness that I call Grumpy's Coffee Shop.
Mm.
And I want to thank all of you on the panel for joining. And you guys have a great week, all of you. And I will see you on Art's show on Thursday, the Three Conservative Gimps, along with Charles.
Mhm.
And probably on, Uncle Bill, you won't be doing a show this Saturday, will you? Or will you?
No.
Undecided.
No, probably not because he's got to work Sunday.
Well, but yeah. Or,
probably not.
wait 5 minutes before the show and you'll get the notification.
Well, if you do, you do. If otherwise, if you don't,
just so you know, they didn't take that franchise over. What happened was they lost their franchise license because they apparently fell behind, and it was assigned. There was a new franchise.
yeah.
And the new franchise were the ones that refused to return the merch. Not BAM themselves, Bricks and Minifigs. It was
Okay, yeah, I know it's a long drawn
It was
out.
a new franchisee did that, and since then,
Yeah.
BAM's actually canceled theirs as well.
Right.
Although they own another store somewhere else.
Yeah, there's a bunch of this, that, and another thing going on there, and
Right,
what's turned out bad is
the YouTuber went off the rails. Though he was showing up at the guy's house, pretending to be the post office. He did. Reckless Ben did a whole bunch of crazy shit. He probably should be.
Okay.
well, yeah, it's been going on for 4 years, and it got to a point where they tried doing it right in the beginning, and then in the end they
pretended to be the post office with a package to try to get their signature on something.
Yeah.
That's fraud, and I don't.
Yeah.
I don't think you can pretend to be the post office. I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did all kinds of crazy stuff like that.
Well,
They were
Right, yeah.
protesting on his personal property, which that's not legal either.
Well, there's a lot of other stuff going on too because the police in that town, there's been some other allegations too. But
good night,
yeah,
Brenda.
Yeah.
Brenda.
All right. Anyways, I was going to shut down the show. So, everybody have a great week, and I will see you all here next Monday, and I'll be there on Three Conservative Gimps on Thursday. And don't forget Art's show on Friday.
Right.
Art's Artco
Artco
Drones and
Drones.
Entertainment. Yeah. Couldn't have picked a longer name. Anyways, guys, y'all have a great week.
Good night, folks.
He's a time machine wrapped in plaid and scorn. A man of today, but yesterday sworn. With every gripe, there's a wink of clue that the world's still good if you find your view. The grumpy vodka.